Alright guys, so we'll just start off with this video. Went on vacation and it was fun. I liked it a lot. Went to a wedding of a friend, of some good friends of ours, and it was back where I went to school, so I got to see a little bit of school. I did take some footage, and you can see the entire extent of it right now. Alright guys, so we're here at U of I, and went to, there's so much new stuff here, it's crazy. Like this building, this was not here, it used to be a run-down Wendy's. This is where I worked for years and years and years, this bar. And this big gigantor thing used to be a parking lot. And then actually, if you can see that red building just right on the other side of the Legends, that used to be a parking lot too. And that huge monstrosity over there was a parking lot. Wow, crazy. Not much, eh? So, camera was just busy. Great highlights, just getting to walk around. I went into the bar I used to work at and knew people I knew. Went shopping and bought a bunch of Illinois merchandiso, and it was great. And I got some t-shirts and everything, so they were pretty good. That was highlights. Now the low light. So we got a babysitter for the night of the wedding. The idea was Chloe was a flower girl, so she was invited to the wedding, but you know, weddings nowadays are like not kid friendly, and so there was no room in the inn for the children, but there was for Chloe because she's technically in the wedding. And so she was there, and there was another flower girl, so they kind of played together and everything. But we had our baby. Now, in the same hotel is where we were staying, so it was like right there. But we had the girl that was getting married, her mom had a girl that could watch her or whatever, and she was very trustworthy, doesn't drink, all this blah, blah, blah. And so she's like, you know, do you trust her? She's like, she'll do it. She wanted like $3 an hour per child or whatever, and it was like, okay, she's just going to be watching one child. That's like nothing. So she came around 3 o'clock, and I said, hey, listen, I got some money I want to give you now so that you can get dinner tonight. And she's like, oh, no, I'm not hungry. I've already eaten. Well, she's like 17, 18 years old. I'm like, you don't know any better. But she still wouldn't take my money. Sure enough, like midway through the reception, she texted me, can my friend bring me some food? I was like, yeah, sure. So, so her friend brought her some food and everything. Well, I said I might be back by 10 to drop Chloe, or to either drop Chloe off or just let her go, and she would start watching Chloe, go to bed, and or whatever. Emma was supposed to be down by 8 o'clock, 8:30, for the night, and that was that. Well, it got a little late. Chloe was having fun. I wasn't too concerned about it, and it got to be about 11 o'clock, and so I'm like, oh, it's time to go back. It's time to go back to the room. So I let Angie stay and party, and took Chloe upstairs, and as soon as I opened the door, the smell of vomit hit my face. I'm like, oh my gosh, what in the heck? And I opened up the door, and this girl is covered in vomit. Now, before you say anything or think anything, the girl had not been drinking. You can't pull one over my eyes yet. Maybe when I get a little older, you can. But I'm still at the age where I'm going to know if you've been drinking. The girl wasn't drinking. The girl just got really sick all of a sudden. I was still upset though because the room smelled like vomit. She smelled like vomit, and Emma was screaming at the top of her lungs. Well, what happened was we put Emma in the bathroom, so she yanked Emma's playpen out of the bathroom, which woke Emma up, so that she could throw up all over the bathroom and not throw up on Emma, which is nice. But she still threw up on our clothes and stuff like that. It was just terrible. So it was pretty rough. I paid her more than she should have been paid, because from 3 o'clock until 11 o'clock she should have only gotten paid $24, and I'm like, that's like wrong. So I gave her like 40 or 50 bucks and was like, here you go, whatever. So, which probably still wasn't even minimum wage, but you know, I'm a tightwad. She's never contacted us and told us whether she's okay or not. We made sure we told everybody that knew about it that, hey, she wasn't drunk. We don't think anything less of her. You know, we're concerned that she might be really sick, you know. And that was that. So the hotel came up. They cleaned everything. They actually completely cleaned the room, deodorized the room, everything. They even offered to move us to a new room, but we're like, that would take longer than it would for you guys to just recarpet the room probably. So They came in and they cleaned it up, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good. We found little pieces of vomit here and there, like on our clothes and stuff like that. But so other than that, that was the weekend. It was pretty fun. What was positive? Here's the big kicker, kabooner, donner, never mind. I'm moving on. The big thing. Oh, wait a minute. Let's not start with the big thing. Let's start with the little thing. The little thing that's a nice thing to me is I'm finally wearing my wedding ring. Yes, I'm married again. Sorry. Took my wedding ring in. Took my wedding ring in to be resized. I was an 11 and 3/4, and I'm now an 8 1/4. So, and he's like, if you lose any more weight, you might have to resize that again. The problem is my fingers are so stinking skinny right now that I wouldn't see myself really losing that much more weight in. Like I even pull the skin back on my arms, and I realize like my wrists, they could maybe lose a little bit, like a half a centimeter, but that's it. So the ring is snug right now, and I think it'll probably stay that way. Um, that's the smaller, the bigger news. The big news is I finally lost some weight. I lost 5 pounds this week. Yay! Oh my gosh, you don't even understand how excited I am about that. First thing I did was I knew I was really constipated. I started eating some fiber cereal in the morning because I'm like, I gotta get some stuff working, you know? And so I knew I had a lot going on. Well, I did a workout while I was at the hotel on Saturday, and I swam laps for like an hour in the pool. And then I went to the gym and I ran on the treadmill for about 3 miles. And then I jumped on the bike for about 8 miles, I think. 8 to 10, something like that. I'm not really exactly sure, so we'll say 8 because we'll go with the lesser number because then it doesn't look like I'm trying to exaggerate. Um, but I'll be honest with you right now. The thing that was good about the bike was that my stomach, the way I was sitting on it, the my legs were constantly pumping my stomach, and it worked some stuff loose. I got back to the room and just started going dookie. And I like power dookied. I mean, to the point where, yeah, I filled that toilet up pretty good. And so cleaned myself up, walked out, and about 20 minutes later, maybe, went back and did it all over again. So I knew, I was like, well, there's at least 2 or 3 pounds right there. So I'm like, I've been holding on to that for a while. So, yeah, but ever since then, I've been going fine. And I'll admit, a lot of it was I wasn't keeping up on my fluids. I wasn't doing real good with my fluids. I've been doing really super good on my fluids, and that's helping keeping the cycle going. And I'm going every day now, and they're not like, you know, rock hard pieces of pebbles or whatever. But wow, that was really too much information for even me. Sorry, guys. Emma, you say hi? Hi. Hey, Emma, how big are you? So big. How big are you? So big. I went out for a run then Monday and ran the dickens out of the thing. And I actually did about over 4 miles. I did about 4.8 miles. And is that what I did? 4.8 or 4.6? 4.8. I did 4.8. And that's the longest I've ever run. They've been really working on my leg. If you guys remember, after surgery, I've never been able to feel the top of my left leg. What they've been able to find is that they snipped me a little bit, and it caused this one main nerve. They snipped a nerve, and it caused this one nerve to kind of freak out, and it pulsated the whole bundle, and it just basically made this whole muscle freeze up, and it's just rock hard. And so I'm going to physical therapy, and they're working it out and everything. So it's getting better, and the more they do that, the longer I can run, the more endurance I have. I'm going to try to do a 10K in September, and so just kind of moving forward for that, trying to train and get ready for that. Starting intervals training tonight, all that good stuff. So yeah, so now I'm down to 279, which is 9 pounds away from 200 pounds lost. Wow. So wow, that's all I can say. It is huge. So I'm pretty pumped, pretty excited. I feel great. I have some before after pictures. Why don't you check out these real quick? I just did some before and after from the day of surgery until this last Friday. So here's some pictures for you. I'm losing some weight, dude. Actually, once again, keep up on your pictures because I hadn't. My the last time I took pictures was like 5 months out, and I'm 9 months out. Nine, going on 10 months out, I think. I don't really know. So, yeah, dude, keep up on your pictures because once I saw that, I've not been able to stop looking at it. I've just been like, I love my way. Like I'm like a totally different person now. So, pretty cool. And I'll even say my boss, I forgot how much weight I've lost even since college. I thought, oh, I'm about, maybe a little bit smaller than I was then. He didn't even recognize me. Like somebody's like, "Yes, Staley," and he's like, "Oh, shut up!" Like, and walked up and to me, like he was like completely ignoring me. I'm like, "Hey man, what's up?" And he's just like, "What is this guy doing? It's lunch hour. It's busy in here. Why is this guy waving at me?" So yeah, he was totally freaked out. He's like, "I can't believe how much weight you've lost." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I guess I have lost a lot of weight. I've lost about 4 sizes, like pant sizes. So that's a lot of weight." So it was fun. It's fun. So that's about it. I'm gonna post this video. Might be posting some videos. I'm learning a lot about running, exercise, but I've had a lot of questions too about, what have you learned so far? I don't like to do what I've learned so far videos, mainly because there's always a time in your life where you just have to sit back and kind of learn. And I was asked to do a video at 3 months out of what I've learned so far, and I realized that everything I was going to post on that video was going to be completely wrong. I realize it now because I never did it. So I only like to give what I know is for sure and not what I think. And so what I always say for like newbies and stuff like that is take time to be the student and don't feel like you have to be the teacher. Um, Let the people that have been out for quite a while, years even, trust those people. If for lap banders, if Banded Wendy tells you to do something, then you better do it because the girl's got it figured out. If you gastric bypassers want to listen to somebody, listen to Rosemary. Rosemary's got it figured out, and but the thing about these people is they're humble enough to say, hey, I might have been wrong, and so just listen to them, But I always get scared when you got people that are under 3 months out and they're like all giving each other advice, and it's like, guys, like. So it's good to be a community and to support each other, but let's not give too much advice out because there's some bad advice going around right now, guys. So, anyways, but I think I might be doing a video like that. I'm not really sure. I've learned a lot about running. I've got some trainer guys that are helping me with my running. So when I'm talking about intervals and stuff like that, like it's the way I'm going to start training myself to be faster. Um, but a lot of people are like, what plan do you do, stuff like that, and to be honest with you, I don't really do a plan. Couch to 5K is awesome if you want to do Couch to 5K. It's awesome if you want to get out there. We'll talk about it later. So I'm not going to go into the whole thing. I'll make a video. I'll probably make a video within a day or two of putting this video up. So love you guys. Hang in there. Keep losing your belly bands. Belly bands? I don't know. Once again, I'm talking to somebody that's not there. Love you guys. Bye.
and how I to play, and to the beat.